We're good now.
All right. And are we live?
Yes.
I'm alive.
Good to
Hello.
hear. Just making sure.
So, we pick up this episode of Fortune and Glory. We are joined today with our crew, minus one cat. She'll be autopiloted by the GM. We have gone over what she's doing in the session. And any interaction with her should be minimized because I cannot roleplay a cat right now. Well, we also have the regular crew, Arkken Ironrunner, our Ranger Monster Slayer, Elaneiros, our Twilight Domain Cleric of Saloon, Koji Stormscale, a Fighter Cavalier, and Arch Stonebeard, a Evocationist Wizard. Oh, and Arken's a Minotaur. Elaneiros is a Furbolg, Koji is a Dragonborn, and Arch is a human with questionable parentage. Well, I mean, he's not questioning his parentage. It's just, it's not all human. But he's human. It's weird.
Suspect? No.
He's only human after all.
We have just killed all the cultists performing a ritual to sacrifice a war wizard of Cormyr to empower a special unhallow spell that was going to unhallow the entire town of Sunset Hill just prior to the invasion or attack by an undead army.
Turns out they have no contingency plan for spear.
Harwill is poisoned, drug off to the side, and still unconscious. We have a civilian who had been threatened several times in the midst of the fights by somebody willing to slit her throat for their safety. She is right there. Oh, moved her. Oopsies. And we have everything else that you see here. We will pick it up with what you guys want to do, and if I happen to forget something, I apologize. We'll just have to stop and I'll explain what you may or may not see. What is that?
So, just to make sure, all the cultists are dead. Like, none of them
Dead.
are lying on the ground, not bleeding out or mace.
No.
Like, they are dead.
Oh, no, they're dead.
Okay, just making sure. Because otherwise, I would have had a little bit of a stabbing spree just to make sure.
And Ela had checked that this person was stable and not dying, and they had gotten 10 hit points and whatnot.
Yeah, but they're still have poison coursing through their system.
Yeah.
So, it was this guy over here who's been poisoned, right?
Yeah, that's Harwill, your employer. Yeah.
Yeah, good idea to probably make sure that he lives so he can pay us.
Mm-hmm. He paid you. I mean, you're still under his employment, so if you want further paychecks.
Yeah, that was my point.
I was making sure you remembered he did pay you, so you're not like expecting something from him.
What a great employee you are, Koji.
I'm in the mercenary line of work right now. I've learned it's a good idea to keep the one who pays you alive. To be fair, that was also what I learned in the military, but that was for different reasons.
Yeah, so they're the ones who get court-martialed instead of you.
Yeah, exactly. The civilian, how's she looking in all of this?
Shell-shocked.
Yeah, she just saw a bunch of people die.
Oh, and a display of magic and There was threat of being sacrificed, and the more creative of you, who might be able to imagine these things, probably can just imagine all the sorts of threats they gave her about her soul going to certain gods and blah, 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 blood spilled, yada, yada, yada. And so she's got that traumatized 1,000-yard stare look on her face.
And there's an altar of red orbs over there.
Yes, those look very familiar to you as the orbs of blood that were collected, from that one ritual you guys saw the evidence of. All the people had their blood drained out of them and collected into those orbs. And then that was fed to that one vampire that you guys found.
Yeah, let's keep Arch away from that.
And those are blood orbs. Looks like they were harvesting them. Unhallow only affects like a so many foot radius around it, so they were supercharging to try to cover the city.
Ella, can we trust you to take care of them?
I don't have the dispel magic on right now, but otherwise I certainly will.
Thank you.
Dunno.
Arkken,
Looks like we've lost sound scream. Just a note. You said BRB.
Right.
Fair enough.
Right.
What is it,
Arkken,
Koji?
do you think it would be a good idea to check if these cultists had anything on them? Letters, orders, insignias, anything to that effect?
Okay. Well, are we doing that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. I'm thinking we'll be splitting that between us.
That's the loot. Let's do loot then.
It was not necessarily just to loot them, but yeah, that might also happen.
It's going to happen, so let's just get it going.
I mean, we're not gonna not loot them.
I mean, when
I was just gonna leave it all there.
I mean,
they don't need it.
It's all just sitting there, right?
It's their belongings.
I would
We're
have to
gonna
bend
bury
over.
them.
Yeah, right. Bury him with it.
They're not Egyptian. They don't need that shit.
I mean, his body's just lying there, right?
Mm-hmm. His body's just lying there. Wait, we're talking about loot. Why are you talking about his body? It's just there, right? His whole body, just right there.
I mean, I want the necklace, you know?
All right. So, we will do that for...
Do you want us to move the characters around, or is it fine to just theater of the mind that?
We can theater of the mind a lot of this, to be honest with you. The set piece that we're looking at right now is for your reference. If anything needs to move, it helps me keep track of what you guys are doing because I'm switching between tabs. So if I switch back to that tab and I'm like, I'm doing this, and you're like, you're nowhere near it. I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, just put myself next to a body. That'll do.
Yeah. And this was the Drow cult. She was leading the ritual leader. She was leading the ritual. And the 4 guys were surrounding the body of Harwill, and she was standing up kind of where, I think she was perched actually on top of this thing. So, yeah.
Isn't the Drow this one here who tried to run?
Yeah, you folded her. Yeah, you folded her. You didn't quite bisect her, like almost all the way, but the effect was a clear folding.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Nice teamwork.
There's the table. There's the table. Oh, it was a good teamwork. Soundscream's gonna miss this. Will's had him. Will's.
I'm back, and I put something in chat that I was doing.
Yep. He said BRB is what I saw.
in the chat. 20.
Yeah. The
sound begins casting. Yep. Casting detect magic. That is going on, and it'll probably be finished about halfway through. They're digging through the bodies. It'll take a minute or two per body. Going through all their pockets and shit like that. So we're going to collate this into several rolls. Everybody give me a D100.
Hiya.
Koji, fix your token.
Oh, my bad, my bad. There we go. I have tokens off on my screen, so I actually couldn't see it. Thanks for letting me know.
Letting your
Koji?
inner anime boy out.
Coming. Not like that was not.
Oh,
Can we cut it out of the live recording?
nope.
Okay, it was 1D100,
There you go.
right?
Got a message for you. And in Discord for you, dog.
Not so many at once.
That's our vice president, by the way.
There we go. D100, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with the top one. I'm going to need to open up my other monitor and split this off. I can't
I'm not
see
gonna
all
let
this at once.
you're not gonna let me live this down, are you?
Do not come. Do not come. I love the fact that not AOC, but what's her name?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala. I was going Kim Shala, but it's not Kim Shala. Kamala Harris said that. Do not come.
Kalima.
Why do you come?
Do not come.
In the Forgotten Realms, you can become.
You can become anything you want to be in the Forgotten Realms. Pure come beast.
Wait, what?
Tiefling witch. What? Yeah. High charisma. Lots of dexterity. Okay, so Arkken, you got a 31. I need you to roll me 66.
6.
We're going to
How about
say you
that?
all you find 18 times 10. You find 180 silver pieces on one body.
Mm.
Arch, give me 1d6. 50 gold. And we have Elaneiros, the 47. 66, please.
66.
$230 silver. And Koji, give me 46.
46.
Yes.
12.
Copper. Times 100. So you get 1,200 copper.
A lot of copper.
And somebody give me a separate D100. Fight for it.
Oh, wait. Someone should probably write this down.
Arch, 83. Good roll. Give me 2d6.
I've written
Twice.
down the silvers I
Give me
found.
2d6 twice. Okay, Arch, the drow chick has 300 gold pieces and an additional 90 platinum pieces.
Is
So that's
somebody
the
writing all this down?
I figured Doc was. Doc always writes stuff down.
No, I was not. I'm busy sharing out the link for the stream.
Mm.
Usually
hoping-
Nari.
I was hoping someone
Usually
else
Nari.
was.
Oh. Wait, so
If
Doc's
not,
not
then
doing it, the woman's not doing it, then who's doing it?
If not, then please hold back for a moment so I can finish spreading this out.
Spread it, Doc. Spread it.
Do not come.
Do not come.
On the stream. you
Flashing
can
my
tell-
dick.
I sent you my stream link. Please respond. Let's see where else.
Isn't
do I-
that a beetle? Who's that?
Paul McCartney.
Yeah, it's a beetle.
Just look like a car to me, but alright.
Yeah, that again. Because it's too funny.
See who else might want one? Sure. Just picking off the singular people that normally don't hang out on the servers. Alright. You too. And final one. There, enjoy.
Okay, you ready to write this stuff down?
Yep.
180. What was that? 180 silver pieces.
Silver.
50 gold.
50 gold.
230 silver pieces.
230. Silver.
1,200 copper.
Yep.
Let's see. That was down here. 300 gold and 90 platinum.
Yep.
Okay, we're caught up.
Yep. All caught up.
All right. So, give me. Oh, I guess. Give me 4 D100s. So each of you roll.
1D100.
Yep.
46.
1 D100 from each of you. So I can have 4 results to work
What?
with.
Wait. What? I rolled 47 both times.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
Hacks!
Stop hacking
Waiting.
the server, or at least hack it better.
Arch.
I'm sorry, I missed something. What am I doing?
D100, please, sir.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, 3 from.
Starting with the 46 at the top, we have a need to roll 2d4, please.
A need to roll.
You need to roll 2d4. Koji, starting with your 46.
Get 2d4.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't clear. I'm starting with you. So I'm starting with your result, and we're going with your rolls.
Yeah, 6.
Apologize. 6 art pieces, 25 gold pieces each. So you're finding like bits of rings, like small mirrors, really nice stuff, you know, accoutrements that are on these bodies. You know,
People
maybe
are
small,
just
like,
carrying
statues.
art pieces.
Well, things
I'm-
that can be considered art, lockets, and things like that.
I would more imagine it was stored here by the altar.
Also that too. Don't forget these people, these are higher level cultists. So
Mhm.
They're really vain.
they're
You find the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
Mhm.
It's
Yep.
just casually lying here.
25
gotta
gold
put it
art
in my
pieces
back.
like covers a lot of things. It could cover combs. They could have like a nice like ivory comb. That would count.
Could be a
I'm gonna put
mug.
the ceiling of
Yeah.
the Sistine Chapel in my backpack. It takes up one slot.
Give me. Oh my god! Just give me a D4. Koji,
Elaneiros? Oh,
Koji.
me again. Okay. 1.
A potion of greater heal.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
I have been replaced. Goodbye.
Definitely not.
Potion of Elaneiros is now out of a job.
Arkken, give me 3d6.
All right. 12.
Gee. 12 100 gold piece gems.
Oh,
that
me,
is
oh
found.
my.
That's found near the altar.
Or inserted in the altar.
Inserted somewhere. You mean you did bisect that chick?
Wait,
They're
why
attached
is
to
all of-
strings.
why is all these on one string? Why are they different
Right.
sizes?
Mm-hmm.
Put it
You-
like you're trying to start a lawnmower.
I hear something starting. All right, we're done with you, Ark, and you did roll an 18. Elaneiros,
Yeah.
another 2d4, please. 5 25 gold piece art objects, and a d4.
Oh, so just 5 of the same art pieces. I'll just add it to the pile.
Oh, sorry, I'm an idiot. I'm going to have to take that back. Okay, Elaneiros, we're going to finish up with you, Koji. We're going to roll back to you in a second.
Oh, okay.
I fucked up reading what I was reading because I'm just an absolute moron. Okay, so you get a free potion. That potion is free.
Wee.
That D4, that D4, we're gonna save that one. Okay, so roll me. Sorry, You rolled 2d4. I needed 1d4 from you, Elaneiros. Roll 2 times. So Elaneiros, I need you to roll 2 d100s separately.
Wait, were those 5 art pieces rolled then on, or
Yes, those 5 art
Okay.
pieces are real. Yes.
okay?
34. Okay. All right, we're gonna re-roll the 71. We'll do the 71. Oil of slipperiness, which I believe is absolutely obliterating when it comes to somebody trying to stand up. Good
You
for
can do
zoning.
lots of fun things.
That's fun things. Re-roll that 31, please, or 34. 8. You get a potion of greater healing. Okay. Now, Koji, you rolled 1d4, so that was a result of 1. Give me a d100, please.
There you go.
So, potion of. Give me a d6, please. Or is it a potion of resistance? Does it need to be specific, or is it of type of resistance? It's a potion of
believe it is.
resistance.
I believe it is a specific type of resistance. Let me check.
You gain resistance to 1 type of damage for 1 hour. It's a d10, so not a d1. I need a d10.
The DM chooses the type or determines it randomly by
From
roll.
the options below. So roll a d10, not a d6. Apparently,
One
there's
potion
types.
of one potion of
So
potion resistance.
thunder damage, resistance to thunder.
So it's an earplug potion.
It's an earplug potion. Yep. And we could also
You
roleplay
put
that
in
as
2
saying
ears.
it kind of deafens the sound when you drink.
It's a potion of concert going.
Okay, so we're going to roll back up to here, and we have Arch rolled a 66. All right, Arch, I need you to give me a 2d4. 6 25 gold piece art objects.
More
You're
art.
still writing all this down, right?
Yep, I am. That's
And a
why I
D4,
said
please.
more art.
Another D4.
1d4, please. Give me 2 d100s rolled separately. Nice.
Nice.
That is a 5th level spell scroll. We'll get to that in a second. And the second one is a potion of stone giant strength.
Potion of stone giant strength.
All right.
Yep.
5th level scroll, so I'm going to assume it's a wizard.
I mean, it could be other spellcasters, but they're the ones known for spell scrolls.
They really are the ones known for spell scrolls.
It's a
Where's
5th level
not-
paladin spell scroll.
Yes. Summon uber horrors.
That would be 4th.
No.
Find Greatest Deed is a good spell. Stop bullying me.
Stop bullying.
But have you considered Mantle of the Crusader?
Yeah, it's bad.
All right. You're going to need to
No,
type
it's
this
the-
one out. Give me a roll, a D43. 4-3.
Mantle of the Crusader is great. It's divine favor for everyone.
Oh, I was just thinking of Divine Favor. My bad.
Did you hear me, Arch? Sound scream? Ah, you did hear me. Okay, number 23.
We have a few watchers right now, by the way. Hi,
That is
watchers.
mislead, an illusion spell.
Is that with 1 or 2 S's?
1S.
Thank you.
Mislead.
Does she know surprise?
Fuck. Fuck.
You become invisible at the same time that an illusionary double of you appears where you are standing. The double lasts for the duration, but the visibility ends if you attack or cast a spell. You can choose your action to move your illusionary double up to twice your speed. Make it gesture, speak, and behave in whatever way you choose. You can see through its eyes, hear through its ears as if you were located where it is. On each of its turns, as a bonus action, you can switch from using its senses to using your own or back again. While you're using its senses, you are blinded and deaf in regard to your own surroundings. Concentration 1 hour.
Cool.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah. It is what the what's it called? The trickery domain cleric wishes their thing dead.
Right.
And arguably what it should do.
And let's see here. This is determining who makes this final roll. So this roll's incidental. Everybody give me a D100.
All right.
79 wins. Elaneiros, give me a D100. Oh well, we'll just go with it. A potion of fire giant strength. I was hoping for something cool, but
I mean, you
potions
can
are
always,
filling this list.
you can
can
always
always
just
re-roll.
determine.
I can always reroll. Well, reroll then. We're sticking with it.
I mean, otherwise this potion just goes to Koji.
Yeah, well, there's
Just
already
like
a
the
potion.
stone giant string.
Just like the stone giant strength. This
Oi!
is what I was thinking.
I'm strength based too, baby.
Oh, here you go. There's one that you won't argue with. Potion of heroism.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Potion of heroism is always good.
There you go.
Goes
No
to
rerolls.
Koji.
Well,
I'm awesome. I'm also, says Arkken.
I mean, I can accept that going to him because temporary hit points and less. Yeah, sure.
Well, if I'm going to be honest here, the person who was tanking all of those spirits was literally you, Arkken. Like you were like standing like here, and like you had like 4 spirits surrounding you, and you're like getting bitten up.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not for lack of trying.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like him having it would be okay too.
I mean, both of us are kind of in the thick of things.
Pizza's here. Beer back.
Pizza time.
We got a total of 17 art pieces.
Amazing. We just have half of Louvre.
All right, time to turn our plans for the campaign around. Let's open up an art gallery.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm down for that.
Art and cock gallery.
We can have Arch be the curator because he knows the most.
Just walk around in our art gallery, frolicking between all the free-range chickens.
This is from his chicken period. It is ongoing.
And you are not free to bring the bird poop back home with you,
Please
even
scrape
if it
off your
gets on your shoes.
please scrape off your shoes at the tray by the entrance.
Or just leave the shoes.
You don't need shoes.
You'll be compensated,
Maybe.
No, you won't.
but we're legally required to tell you that you will, even if we have no plans of doing so.
So, Sunscream, how you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm quite all right. I've been making vegetarian food all week.
You've been making or eating?
Making. Well, also
Okay.
eating, but mostly making.
Vegetarian food can be good.
Well, yeah, I make it, so it's good vegetarian
It can, especially if you get some meat with it.
food.
We had an earthquake last night. That was fun.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
no.
Was it a bad one or just a little shaker?
Well, I mean, it's Oklahoma, so we're not used to having earthquakes at all, but it was like a 3.3.
I just presume that all of the U.S. is used to
Pretty strong.
shit.
U.S. is
Well,
used to shit.
yeah, 3.3 is not too bad on the overall scale.
I've never in my life experienced an earthquake.
We've had one in Denmark ever, and it happened at like 5 a.m. and it shook couches a little bit.
Yeah, no one who was asleep noticed.
I mean, I was awake and I didn't notice.
Yeah. It's one of those we technically had an earthquake.
Like, technically, it showed on the little needle thing, but
You
Did it
know,
though?
they had
Also,
to-
I have to point this out because you used it. You find a wand of the Earthen Grasp.
oh, nice.
It comes with 4 charges. Recharges on a D4.
Nice.
Daylight, dawn, or dusk.
Dawn.
So while we've been looting the people, just Ela has been looking up over at the lady and calming her down and talking to her if she's okay and if she needs healing.
One final follow-up question I want. Is it one of those that breaks if it loses all charges, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so just straight up breaks.
It has a
chance to break.
Chance to break.
Okay. Sorry, I have nothing more to add right now. Go ahead.
So she's not unresponsive to stimulus, so she's not like completely locked up, but she's a nonverbal. So like if you hand her something, she'll grab it. So if you're trying to like get her to drink water, she will, but she's not speaking.
Yeah, can you hold these guts?
This is a
No.
ritual dagger. Hold this.
Help this. Okay.
Now, please open up your shirt so we can enter the dagger in the right spot.
Yeah. So we're just going full cultist now. Gotcha.
No. We, as we said as you left, we are opening an art gallery. We have 17 paintings.
Sounds fine to me. It fails financially.
Of course. I mean, all good art galleries do.
Just making sure she's okay and not going loony bin and suddenly running off or attacking us.
So, what was this altar for? Like, is this a god? A demon? Maybe a demon god?
Lit?
Does it look like a lich?
You mind if I kill the ores?
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's fine.
Oh, please do. The invisibility aura would still be up, but
Does it look
I really
like
don't
a
need it.
bitch? Why is my mic in what's it called, Roll20 on? Shouldn't be on.
Because you allowed it.
There you go. None.
None?
Yeah, I tried to just go. Others can see and hear none, no voice, but no, it still picks up. It still shows that little glowy thing.
Anyways, what could we roll on the altar?
Religion. Or history.
Am I good at any of those? Nope.
Can we roll both?
No.
Okay.
I'm eating, so.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
And GM, come on. Don't give a shit. Koji, appears to be some sort of lizard statue of some kind. Some sort of like pointed scale like face, but it's not lizard folk. It's not dragonborn. It's unknown to you.
It's not a draconic figure. Don't care.
It's lizard of some kind, some sort of lizard. There are ancient cults in this world, Elaneiros, that predate understanding by a lot of modern religious orders. And these cults worshipped all sorts of beasts and all sorts of various demonic forms and things like that. And this one may be hard to pin down for you due to its age. This altar apparently represents new. Sorry, the altar appears new, and the statue represents something ancient. So it's like they dragged something forward and placed it there But at the same time, when you say new, that's altar's been there for years. So it's not like these people did this. They may have been aware of this existence of this place and started using it. This ancient cult seems to be related to blood sacrifices, and things of that nature. And the history of Sunset Hill is known for that, especially the period of time when it was a small hamlet and was known for its brutal hangings, which caused the hill to be haunted.
It was a marketing genius move to then name it Sunset Hill.
Yeah, you own it.
Instead of, I don't know,
Haunted Hill.
Hangman's Hill, something like that.
Rebranding.
Yeah.
Was that like a DC-30 role?
What that being is, yes, it's very hard. It's ancient.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow.
It's just one of those. It's just one of those seeded pieces of lore.
No, it's fine.
Deep in Faerun. Largely on it. Anyways.
So, but from what I can gather, does this seem related? The ritual they were making and who this is? Or
blood sacrifices. Yeah. Empowered blood sacrifices, something of that nature. The crystals that you see on the walls are saturated with blood magic energy and seemingly spiritual energy in order to produce the spirits that attacked you. Something like that isn't generated quickly. So it's not like the cultists were seeded this whole place to create this. This is likely something they found. Sunset Hill has a dark past.
Indeed. So it's not just happenstance. Koji, I'm actually getting mildly concerned after what happened last time we ran across these concentrations of blood magic.
Yeah.
Could you perhaps stand by Arch and make sure he doesn't do something he doesn't mean to?
Yeah, sure. Will do. Oh, by the way,
Temptation is strong.
By the way, as I'm walking away, you remember that cloud that stunk up the place, or at least you guys seemed like it did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I be worried that I found that smelling kind of like candied peaches?
What?
Look,
we're gonna do a medical checkup later.
All right. All
right. Get the speculum.
All right, I'm putting Arch in a chokehold.
What?
Literally sitting down at the top of the stairs, concentrating.
Sorry. I thought, okay. Halfway through them digging through the bodies, you would have finished that cast. I made that statement earlier. I don't think it was very clear, and that's my fault.
And I'm not going to go up there to someone who's probably not there anymore.
Yeah, so as soon as it's done, I'll head down and just start looking, seeing if there's anything or overtly magical.
My. Hello there.
Hello. The magical auras emanating from this room are strongly necromantic. The crystals themselves are not the right verb. Glowing. I guess glowing with necromancy is the right word.
Emanating
or thrumming, emanating, humming, thrumming, whatever.
It's just glowing.
It's got a glow to it. The circles glowing that way.
The ritual, does it look like anything I saw in the book?
Yes, actually. There are several aspects of this that seem to be pieced together that you can see pieces of it in the writings of that book. The gathering of 4 different points to encapsulate the magical energies, or at least required. So they had 4 participants around the circle. The blood empowering the circle itself was spilled by innocents. Several different aspects of that. One thing does catch your attention if you give me an Arcana check.
Sorry, you want me to do an Arcana check?
Mm-hmm.
Where did my character sheet go?
It's under the journal folder.
Okay.
Rolled a 2 and still got a 12.
What you notice is that everything was remarkably normal and by the book.
What you notice is that lesser versions of this. The center of the Unhallowed usually doesn't require a sacrifice, but why would you choose a war wizard?
Say that again?
Why would you choose a war wizard? If you needed a sacrifice, wouldn't you choose somebody a little easier to kill? Maybe like a baker or, a fisherman? Why would you go out of your way to find a war wizard to sacrifice? And what was the woman for? These are pieces that you can't answer. I was hoping you could with that roll. But I give you that to leave you with a trail of information.
I would think.
Because Unhallowed doesn't require sacrifice. But they were trying to charge it up. There's blood orbs. Why would you choose a difficult prey?
Well, it's because there must be something intrinsic to that prey that would be helpful.
Maybe the stronger prey produces a greater product.
Hello, can you get Harwell awake, please?
Who did you ask?
Ella.
I didn't hear Ella. Sorry. Well, can always try and see if can. I do warn you, he seems still very much affected by something.
He's seen better days.
When he was poisoned, nobody's cast clear poison on him.
Yeah, I didn't prepare lesser restoration for today.
Anybody got an
That's-
antidote?
Let me check.
Can you even buy antidotes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can buy antitoxin. It's like 25 gold a piece.
Yeah, it wouldn't help him though.
Is antitoxin resistance to toxin, not removing toxin?
Yeah, antitoxin gives you a advantage on the initial save. Despite the name, you need to drink them before being poisoned.
What does antidote do?
I don't think that is a thing. Let's see, what do I have that might be able to help him out? I mean, we could pour a potion of heroism in him, but I don't think that'll help much. I can pull a card from my deck of cards, see what happens.
I do have low-level healing magic, though nothing to clear out poison from your system.
Thought it was an
Yeah.
antidote, not antitoxin. Oh.
I've already hit him with some healing. But
Well, there's a town right
Yeah.
above you. Maybe you can just take him somewhere to get help.
now all I can do is just keep on healing him and do some general medic work.
That reminds
Roll
me,
medicine.
The shield I have, I never did write down what that did.
It allows you to cast a cantrip. My mom is calling me. Allows you to cast a cantrip that allows you to save people who are death rows.
Oh, so it allows me to cast, what's it called? Well, not the Spare the Dying.
Well, Spare the Dying stabilizes.
Yeah, this just gives them a pass.
I don't think there's such a spell. At least not that one I know of.
No.
Then it's unique.
I need to cover it in a moment. It's unique. Oh, right. These were one of the ones we wrote down in Discord, I believe. That is why I don't have it in my own notes. What's an glory if we scroll up? No, it's not in the Discord stuff.
Hmm.
Where the hell did we write those things? What was that? Those custom spell scrolls? So apparently there is a Shield of the Fallen. As in, that's an actual item that someone has made for D&D. It was released in the Vault of Magic from 2021. I don't think that is what I have.
I wouldn't know.
Your allies can use this shield to move you when you aren't capable of moving. If you're paralyzed, petrified, or unconscious and a creature lies you on the shield rises up under you, bearing you and anything you currently wear or carry. The shield then follows that creature that laid you on the shield for up to 1 hour before gently lowering to the ground. This property otherwise works like the floating disc spell.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think that's what this one does.
Got a cool shield though, still.
That's a pretty cool shield, I will give.
I got a cool magic item
What did you get?
in a different campaign.
What did you
What?
get?
I don't remember the exact name, Charlatan's Robe or something. I twirl and I now look like whatever I want to.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
I think my favorite magic item from any character I've ever had was from, I believe it was actually John's campaign.
Perhaps.
It was the Living Chain.
Ah, yes.
That is to date still my favorite. Even though I didn't use it a whole lot, it is just such a cool image. Having a chain that basically acts like an elongated appendage.
Well, stealing chains from chain devils does that to you.
Yeah.
At least in John world it does.
I did it to multiple chain devils, I believe.
Indeed.
Until the owner of that layer of hell decided to punt me out.
Yeah.
I go, stop killing my chain devils. You're being a dick. I don't remember if
Indeed.
that was the specific reason that he threw us out. It might have been, actually. Or just the fact that, we were kind of ruining his plans in his part of hell.
I mean, you just kind of... You kind of just went through the different layers of hell looking for the Queen of the Succubi.
Ruining
Because
my
you-
plans.
For my plans? Are you? Yes.
I think we might have unintentionally foiled some plans.
I mean, the funniest thing about that whole situation was you decided to go to hell just because. Why not?
Yeah. I imagine hell was just having such a good day, and all of a sudden, the Balo went, "Do you hear boss music?"
Hey. I think the only thing I didn't throw at you guys were pit fiends, and I was tempted to do so.
Oh no! I distinctly wait. No, that was not a pit fiend. That was a Balor. The sword and whip guys.
I definitely remember I threw Nelfishny and other weird shit at you. Even though they don't belong in hell, but I digress. They were a cool image.
Yeah. I actually think the first living chain was sort of an accident.
I believe so too.
It was just, ooh, let's get some loot off of these guys. Living chain. It starts wrapping itself around your arm. It does what?
I'm surprisingly okay with this.
I think I was surprisingly okay with it after I overpowered it with a will save.
Yeah,
Wasn't that save a crit?
it was.
That is why it worked like it did.
It's the same thing when you had to actually go through certain layers of hell when it's like, well, you need to gain passage, and then your dear Inquisitor's like, well, do I perhaps know the true name of a pit fiend? I was like, what's your bonus? He's like 28. I said, sure, if you get a nat 20. And then the motherfucker goes and gets a nat 20. Well, I can't go back on my word now, can I?
Can.
Yeah, but then I'd be a dick. Do I look like a dick, Doc?
When you're freshly shaven, a little bit, like the shape, but other than that, no.
Fuck you.
I'm saying that a rounded head kind of looks like.
Hey. Sometimes original Liberati was a foster cluck. But it was a fun foster cluck.
Yeah, it was a fun game. I mean, we still occasionally talk about stuff that happened in it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever run a campaign that was anywhere near that successful.
The only thing I can say is it took a shit ton of work and a shit ton of I don't think I want to say bad ideas, but shit ton of weird ideas to make it really unique.
There's no such thing as bad ideas, just bad execution and timing.
I suppose.
I mean, the idea of a clown archwizard villain sounds like a bad idea until you remember that Kefka exists.
And colorophobia is surprisingly common.
Kefka was such a funny guy.
Your definition of funny guy might differ a bit from mine.
He couldn't do no wrong.
No harm or no wrong.
You heard me.
Oh yeah, Nexus. The reason I told that thing from work the other day, which I'm not going to repeat here because we're live on air, it was more. I know you're probably not that interested in what goes on at the workplace anymore, but I thought you might be interested in that particular situation.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, that scene is amazing.
Uh-huh. I mean, a lot of what happened in the city is a lot of good or cool scenes.
The voice actor they found for Kefka in that game just hit it out of the park.
Uh-huh. Actually, who was the voice actor for him in that game?
I don't remember. But I certainly hated the voice actor for Zidane, but that's also because I just hate Zidane.
I don't mind Sedan as much, but that's also because Nostalgia Goggles Final Fantasy IX is one of my favorites. So, you know.
Yeah.
Dave Wittenberg.
That sounds familiar, that name.
Well, he's
Wittenberg.
Kakashi.
That would explain it, yeah.
Well, see, that's popular if I can find anyone.
Oh no, I just saw some terrible news.
What did you see?
We're gonna have heavy bad weather on Monday.
Yay.
So I might
I'm
have
back.
issues getting to work again.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Sorry.
Welcome back.
My mother was somebody I hadn't talked to in a minute, so I was going to give her a minute.
Of
Fair
course.
All right. So,
Quick question, because I needed that clarified. The Shield of the Fallen, did that do the, what's it called, Spare the Dying?
yes,
Okay, literally Spare the Dying then.
literally spare the dying.
Okay, fair enough.
Literally
I'm
spare the
writing that
dying.
up. Because you just said it gives a success on a death save, which is not what Spare the Dying does.
No, it allows you to cast the spell, the cantrip that
Okay,
allows you to
fair enough.
save the dying.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
That
couldn't remember the name of it.
makes more sense.
Yeah, my words are not right.
Are they left then?
They should be left behind. Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Any limit or just spam it?
Yeah, you can spam it if you need it that much. God forbid this help you in that situation.
I'm going to cast it infinitely.
Dude, we're fine. We're just in a pub. We're having some drinks. You're not going to die on me now.
Spare the dying. Spare the dying.
Spare the living.
Okay, so Arch, you are left with the questions about why these two sacrifices were needed with all this blood and everything like that. You can do that Arcana check with more study into your books. In this moment, you're left with questions. If Arch is even here. I never checked to see if Soundscreen was here.
I thought we were doing a medicine check.
And your medicine check. He is stable, though you're unable to affect his condition in any positive and or negative manner. You're just able to recognize that he is stable and maintain that stability with fluids and I don't know if Ella is skilled in herb craft. If you have the herbalism kit,
He does not have that. Nope.
okay.
Easy.
With whatever kit or equipment you might have for medical usage, you would employ it in the standard manner to stabilize and keep the patient alive. I would give you more information if I knew what that equipment was, but work with it.
I can cast Spare the Dying on him.
There you go.
I can cast Toll the Dead.
Then Spare the Dying.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, honestly,
Can the dead really be poisoned? Come on.
If Ela was more cynical, just here's the sternum, and if you insert the dagger here and twist up, there
No
we
more pain.
go, and then just a quick revivify. There we go. No longer poisoned.
What the fuck? Yeah, that procedure is going to cost you 300 gold pieces.
Plus the expense of the diamond used.
Yeah, that was the 300 gold pieces.
No, he's saying plus that too.
Oh.
300's the fee is the fee.
Oh, okay, I get it. I was being dumb.
I just had stomach poisoning. You killed me for that?
Yes.
Well, it's fixed, isn't it?
I ain't paying you $300. No, don't put the dagger back.
I'll sooner die than talk. Okay. Revivify. You said?
Please
I can do this all day.
Please. You have that many diamonds? Oh yeah, I have that many diamonds. I planned for this day. Who are you? Do you remember summer 15 years ago? I'm only 14 years old. That's right. I knew your mother.
Oh, wow.
He bumped into me and I dropped my ice cream. She didn't even apologize. Now you'll pay.
I think Ella was thinking that I was killing my son.
Yeah.
I'm only 14 years old. I knew your mother. You guys are, you know those G.I. Joe PSAs, right?
Not really. But you've talked about them before.
I've seen the meme version of them where they run around screaming pork chop sandwiches and so.
That's the PSAs, yeah.
Wait, are those the originals?
No, God, no.
Okay, because I was about to say.
No, those aren't the originals that actually aired with the G.I. Joes. No, fuck no.
I would have had several questions, but it would also answer a lot of questions about the US.
I only heard the one with the knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Jeez, get the fuck out of here.
What's the other part of battle? Extreme violence.
Air superiority.
Pork chop
Beautiful.
sandwiches. Oh shit.
We're gonna defeat them through the power of friendship and this gun I found.
Through the power of love, friendship, incredible violence, and torture.
Wait,
torture
what?
tolerance.
Yeah. That's also a funny meme.
But here's the one I was thinking of.
Oh, Superpass, I see you've got a new member.
It's just so funny. It's running up to a G.I. Joe.
I found the meme. I am posting the meme.
Uh-huh.
Meme has been posted.
Mother Goda. Still visit dockside bars. You played baseball, Johnny. So I heard Arch is back.
Never left.
Oh, I was talking to you. Then we went to like Elaneiros' medicine check, and then we diverged into PSAs.
Yeah, I was waiting for the end of the medicine check and what we were doing next.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, I think Arch is AFK. Oh, okay. And you said nothing, so I just assumed you were. All right, so if you guys have nothing else to do, we can skedaddle out of this cave.
Yeah, I do actually have one small thing. These crystals, were they empowered by a necromantic energy? Or were
They were empowered
naturally-
by years of sacrifices in this area.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave those be. Never mind, no further questions, Your Honor.
Yeah. So you can try to breaking them, you might do something, or you just don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave them be. It's more if they were just bioluminescent, I would have gotten one. It's cool. But
Well, that's where the spirits that came out and started biting on people came from.
yeah, that's why I'm saying no, not doing that.
So we have blood orbs on an altar. We have a lady who's traumatized, Harwill, who's poisoned. All of our loot and we're ready to go.
All of it is going with us out.
All of
So
it,
Arch,
including the water.
Arch, are these crystals magical? Or just highly influenced by murder?
Highly. They
influenced.
are emanating magical energies, and I wouldn't touch them if you don't want your arms to fall off.
Amazing. Okay. Well,
And once we're safe, I think we should also divvy up the loot and everything.
we should certainly not let anyone get in here until something has been done about this. All the blood magic over there does still seem to exist. And that's a lot of power that we don't want to explode or get abused.
Also, wasn't there undeads invading the city like right now? Or am I misremembering?
Was something. Yep.
Yeah, let's head up there and see if they need any help cutting things down.
But now let's
Upstairs?
just hope this.
Upstairs was just the cart that had the poisons in it.
Right.
And then there was the clerk that was trying to frame the judge that let all of them in early in the morning before everything started.
Right, I remember now. This is underneath the courthouse,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
It-
because it's the place of like judgment and hangings and sacrifices back in ancient times, and they built a city on top of it.
Also, given how haunted this place is, we should probably start moving the bodies out before they get possessed or something. Maul to the top of the head.
You have some red on you.
Yeah, I know. But no,
So you guys move all the stuff upstairs. There is a small storage area that you passed through before you went up into the main courthouse area. You remember you moved the entire dais?
Yeah.
Loop. You guys should now see the courthouse proper as you left it in chaos.
Also, I will legitimately be moving the bodies up from there, one by one.
Mm-hmm. We're going to leave that in theater of mind.
Yeah.
Don't really feel like messing with that.
Just like flicker back and forth a few times, it's fine.
Yes. And so,
no one is allowed downstairs.
What did you say?
unless they're a purple dragon knight or a war wizard.
Or an
Yeah.
assigned cleaner.
Right.
Or a vampire, or a
Mhm.
blood magician, or
Lich of some kind, you know.
Or just generally a bitch, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what did you find down there? What was all that commotion? That was the judge talking to you.
Oh,
Likely
just
not
a
the-
necromantic ritual. Cultists, our employer poisoned and possibly dying, who I'd like to get help for before answering any more questions. So could somebody please go get a priest, and can we get guards to make sure nobody else goes down there to turn into an insane cultist, please?
Also, a very
Please,
traumatized
someone-
woman who needs help immediately.
Yeah, whoever she is.
And please, the priest should be someone who can actually deal with poisons.
Oh, and in case you don't believe us, dump the body of the drow.
They're bisected, nearly bisected.
Yeah, like one half first, then the other.
We have had us what you would call a doozy of a day.
Officer, we've had ourselves a doozy of a day.
Uh,
Teenagers
court's
killing themselves
adjourned.
all over our property.
Such a good movie.
So I know
What's
we
up,
don't.
Ella?
Just yelling, court's adjourned.
I don't think you have the authority to do that.
And so, to save on role playing and to speed things up, because role playing takes up so much time, and it's just incidental NPC chatter. They organize getting the bodies dealt with, disposed of properly. You know,
I do need to
investigation.
ask, how upset is the judge? I just want to know.
The judge is kind of retired to his, since things have kind of moved on to, you brought back proof that you're not all insane. Like if you came back and you're like, well, I guess we were wrong. You didn't actually have bodies and corpses and a story about cult sacrifices and things like that. He might have had, a whole different tone, but he's kind of stepping to the side and he's retiring to his chamber.
Okay, no further questions.
And he's letting the head of the guard inside the courthouse deal with it, coordinate things like that, work with you, bring in the Purple Dragon Knights and healers to do all of this. So that happens as described. They coordinate all of this. It all starts happening inside the courthouse, and they start moving people out. The wounded goes back to Harwell. Sorry, goes back to the Purple Dragon Knight headquarters. And I want all of you to roll a wisdom check. Not a saving throw, but a check.
Wisdom.
Okay. So Elaneiros is perfect for you. Arch, you get a weird feeling like I'm remembering something. Thank you. Okay. Prior to the whole events going out to investigate this courthouse business, you had a conversation with Harwell at the Purple Dragon Knight barracks. And he said, gather up your sick friend, do whatever you have to do, and get ready to go because we have to deal with this. Something equivalent along those lines. That was the gist of it.
Yeah.
And then you left, met the priest, got Koji, met the priest, did all that stuff at the courthouse, and now you're here with a sick Harwell? Arch, something just seems off, like as you're looking at the sick Harwell. Elaneiros, you remember, hang on a second. Unhallow's a 24-hour ritual. We spoke to Harwell.
Yeah.
This is Harwell.
Or is it? Dun dun dun.
We did not speak to Harwell.
Could I get any idea of how long he's been in this state?
Your medicine check would give you the indication of hours.
Okay.
15 you rolled, and I think you rolled some stuff before. Just give me another roll. I'm not going to scroll up to see what your initial check was. Yeah, potentially that question of who you spoke to is valid. That time period may have overlapped like a Venn diagram of concern in the center there.
Oh, Judge, if you could alert your guards to discreetly keep an eye out for someone who appears to be Harwell. Seems there's somebody impersonating him, but out and about.
The judge retired to his chamber, so I guess you're speaking to the captain of the guard.
Oh, I missed that part. Yes, Captain of the Guard. I will say that too then.
Okay. And so,
wait, did we wait.
We should probably let some of the perfect
hold on.
Draconacs know.
hang on a second. Let me catch up, Soundscream. I think you missed some stuff from his family.
No.
Interrupting him.
I've got a very specific question. That conversation that we had, was that the conversation where we gave him the books?
No.
Okay.
That conversation was post. It was around the time that you interviewed the werebat. The werebat guy.
Right. I'm just making sure.
Shortly after that, and like when they,
when
you found
Koji
out that
was
the Koji was sick, and then you found out that there was an army amassing in the borders, and Purple Dragon scouts were coming in, like wounded, 1,000-yard stairs. You know, talking about how they were attacked by nightmarish creatures, things like that. And Harwell's like, guys, just you got to get your shit together. We got to go into that forest and deal with this. Get your friend, deal with whatever you need to deal with, and get wrapped up and come back. And I don't know if you recall, I think Elaneiros rolled the insight check, and he said, like, he seems like upset that you were taking the time. Oh, yeah, it's because Elaneiros was healing the wounded coming in. Like, he seemed kind of like was glaring at you, like he was upset maybe that you were taking too much time instead of going out and doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So there's that. You rolled a nat 20 on your wisdom check, and I use wisdom checks like that to help you remember stuff in the past.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm certainly exchanging all this information.
I would assume so. I would assume that unless you had a specific reason, a lot of the stuff that I share with you is shared to the group.
Another thing, by the way, both for this that Harwell is experiencing and for what Koji has been experiencing. I know Koji's case is a bit more peculiar.
Yes.
So lesser restoration didn't do much.
For Koji?
Yeah.
No, it did nothing for Koji.
What about remove curse? Would I have an inkling of not having any significant effect?
You could, if you want to, we could sit down and kind of do like a magical review of him. Kind of like a medicine check, but for things that are magically affecting him. I really did enjoy when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3. A lot of the aspects of magic were you're rolling an Arcana check, but you were sensing magical energies, is how they described it. It's like, okay, well, what prevents you from sitting down in front of somebody that might be affected by a curse and saying, okay, roll Arcana, roll whatever. And you're like, and get a feeling that something's affecting him. You sense magical energy, something like that.
Yeah.
Detect magic, answers the question instantaneously. Identify, answers the question instantaneously. But you can roll checks and get inklings, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
So we can sit down and do that, or you can do that at any time you want to. Yeah. But what you see, so to answer your question in a loose sense about remove curse and lesser restoration, you feel like whatever's affecting him is a kind of a physiological his body is being charged physiologically with some sort of weird energy. Considering the necromantic source of it, the big black syringe that injected it into him and who delivered that injection, likely didn't kill him outright. If Koji even described the near heart-stopping sensation he experienced when it was injected into him.
I have not been asked about it, so no.
It almost killed him, but he survived with a nat 20. There are no nat 20 saves. Yes, I know. I prefer to use them as fate, not critical saves.
It is cool.
No, well, there's people listening too, so I'm also kind of answering them since they can't quite ask. It seems to be having a transformative effect upon him. I mean, it was injected into him as it was supposed to. It was going to kill him. Maybe it's changing him, altering in certain ways. So restoring him to what? The damage has already been kind of done. Curse him. What is there cursed? He's changing. The first signs are already there. His sense of smell is altered.
Yeah.
What that entails is another story. But if his nerves are being affected in such a way that he's smelling things differently.
Yeah. Eli's just trying to figure out a sense of what exactly is going on and what can be done.
And the where this energy came from, where this substance came from was that dripping energy, black goo off of that phantom that was sitting on an energy beam. The energy beam was generated by a lensing disc that was attached to the wall. Lensing disc developed by an order of people devoted to studying a substance or phenomenon known as the spell plague or spell fire. So in some way, this spell fire merged with negative energy to create a black sludge substance that they could stabilize just long enough to inject it into corpses, to burn, to corrupt an egg of a phoenix, to create a spirit of undeath. And that was injected into Koji. So it's not really a curse. It's not really a poison.
Sounds like I should be worried.
It sounds like we need more level up so I can get greater restoration. But yeah, that is all. I didn't mean to take that much time for that.
No, but yeah. Oh, and
yeah, that medical checkup is happening later.
Well, that's pretty much kind of what you're getting from that medical checkup. You know, kind of, and trying to give you like what I'm getting at with the kind of checks that I'm referring to. Is giving you the full example.
Yep. Thank you.
And also, Arch drank that blue fire. It was unaltered by the negative energy, so it was like the raw blue fire, spell plague.
Yeah.
He just drank it, and like light shined out of his face.
Yeah, but that's not a curse. It's just raw magical energy.
In a way, yeah.
Another thing for the group though. So I did, however, prepare Speak with Dead. So if we have questions for this lady, we can go ahead with that. Just prop her up on the table here and ask away.
Oh, you mean the drow?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a moment. I need to put on a new hat first.
What?
The dead is willing to speak, but not with its killer. That was the joke.
So you're casting Speak with Dead on her right now?
No, Ela put it up as an option.
mean, I don't see why not.
We can always save it for later. Just mention that we have that option, and I don't know how pressed for time we currently are.
Yeah, I mean, if you can afford the spell slot, then by all means, go ahead. I think it's as good as any idea.
I am pretty tapped, but I do have plenty of that resource right now. Out of character, I have three level, third level spell slots left. I have 0 first and second.
Okay.
Damn.
If you guys want to, I guess you'd have to go back to the inn and rest. You guys have had a full day. You've interrogated somebody. You've had a battle.
We've been chaotic
You
chaos
want-
gremlins to a court.
Yeah. Mhm. Do you want to hand this off to the authorities? Do you want to continue an investigation?
I mean, I definitely think speaking with the body is like a good starting point.
Okay,
But
is that what we're doing?
I don't know if there's a lot we can do as a follow-up right this instance, because we kind of need Howl awake to hear what he might know. He's likely seen more than we have.
Okay. So you want to put a pin in the speak with dead option and move on to resting up and seeing how to get Harwell taken care of?
I mean, shouldn't
Either
we
that-
just take over the office here and rest here?
Yeah, I'm sure the judge won't mind, right?
So get some firewood, throw it on the floor, flint and tinder, just get a blazing fire going right there.
Yeah. You know, this is starting to sound like a good idea.
You mean you've already broke out his window? You got good ventilation already?
Did we actually break
Oh,
the window?
I don't know.
And Arch, you could bring Reginald inside. He's probably worried.
Oh, he knows where I am. It's fine.
In your
So-
mental connection, you get a low. Fuck you.
Later.
What?
Oh, wait. That was
Every time you mentally
different
connect to
connotation.
every time you mentally connect to Reginald, you just get a hell yeah, brother. That's not what I asked you. Hell yeah, brother. God damn it. Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, God, I'm reminded of a dumb meme. Please, no, not right now.
The cream.
Nanomachines, son. So, you don't really have much else to do here. What we could have an option for is if, well, I mean, they're going to bring in healers. They're going to bring in people to deal with this. But they were going to do it at the courthouse. They were going to bring them to the barracks and bring the priests to them. And, kind of clear it out of the public eye. Because the courthouse, a lot hard to control. So they stretcher out all of stretcher out Harwell, escort out the lady. Along the way, you meet up with priests of Ilmater, the god of the poor and the downtrodden. And they start looking after her and start going over him as they're walking and moving along. And in the barracks, they set him down on the table just inside the after the antechamber room. And they're working on him like you would expect to see in an ER. Okay, bring this over here. Let's set him aside. Okay, set that over there. Okay, check his pulse. Bring this tincture over here. Open his mouth. Okay, cast it, and they begin casting spells and fighting the various poisons that are on him. Because the way they're talking, Elaneiros, is that it's a cocktail of several different poisons to induce an effect. If you do recall, then this is familiar. If not, then I'm just refreshing your memory. There was in that cart outside, a bunch of poisons that were brought in, and you did a check to determine what kind of poisons might have been in there, based upon whatever's left behind, oils and residues and extracts that might have leaked out of the boxes. It's like this poison would shut down kidneys. This poison would reduce your ability to breathe. This one produces paralysis. So there's a cocktail of stuff inside of him.
Amazing.
But they're able to work through, and if you want to help, you can with any medicine checks that you wish to assist with.
If we're staying here, then I will.
I mean, if you traveled back with Harwill back to the barracks and were talking to anybody along the way, you would be there to do with this. If you decided to split off,
staying with him.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the group is doing.
If you want to let them deal with them, then they will take care of them on their own. Just not wanting to remove your interaction if you wanted to stay with them.
I'm not going to leave the group to stay on Havel.
Okay.
So it's only if the group comes with.
Okay. Don't know if the group cares. Silence on this side.
Yeah, I'm good with going with Harwell.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to walk back with Harwill.
If nothing else, it's self-preservation, right? Because he can confirm, oh yeah, I hired all these guys. So the judge doesn't go, oh, well, the only guy who you said hired you is dead now. Time for prison. And yet another village I've had to burn down.
Damn. Wait, you're not playing Victor.
Am
or
I?
Vincent. So you travel back with them. So roll a medicine check if you want to assist the healers, Elaneiros. If you want to let them, you were able to assist them. Your assistance proves very helpful, as your knowledge of what you found at the scene of the crime allowed them to quickly produce the correct treatment without having to guess through a couple of tinctures first, based upon symptomology. You're actually able to tell them what I sensed this, I smelled this, and I think there was this in the pack.
And it tasted like arsenic.
Tasted like arsenic. That's not what Koji thinks. Koji thinks it tastes like cinnamon apples.
Candied peaches. Thank you very much.
Candied peaches. That's what it was. Harwell starts coming to. His color is much better. He looks up and sees you, Elaneiros, and he just says, "Thank you." I mean, nods quietly and settles back down. He's seeing a little easier, actually resting and not just poisoned.
This is when we realize he has no idea who we are. He has never met us before.
Yeah. So glad to see you're doing okay now. First things first, however. Can you please tell us when did we last speak?
Shortly after you came out with the egg. Which was after you got the Phoenix egg. From that...
okay.
Which is before you fought Renan.
So that wasn't him we spoke to yesterday.
Yeah, so something happened between then and then.
Do you know why they had you as part of their ritual?
Something about duty and purpose. Something about responsibility. A sense of responsibility. If you want to roll insight on that, anybody can.
I presume we're all here listening to it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's not providing much more information, but you can roll insight to infer what he's saying.
Why is Ela rolling so well?
I think you're wondering, like, why am I rolling so well? I roll like shit. Doesn't this game know I'm Nexus? Come on.
Because Ela's a Banff.
And I guess Arkken is foregoing his roll.
I'm unapologetic of that.
I can't beat what
Yes.
Ela Koji's doing. So
Okay.
You can crit.
Likely, Koji, this comes across to you very well. It actually strikes a chord with you. Ela, you also understand what he's getting at from the ritual standpoint. Koji, he's inferring to a sense of duty and responsibility that they were going to use that in the ritual in some fashion, like his sense of duty and responsibility to the people. They were going to invert it, unhallow the entire town that he's worried about protecting by taking his emotional tie to the people. You knew what he meant, Koji, but Ella, you're able to infer the magical tie.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's fucked up.
Because a lot of what goes on in so many spells is a lot of emotion. You put a lot of yourself into the spell.
So they were aiming to put that of him into it instead of themselves.
And then charge it with lots of blood.
Yeah.
And then unhallow the entire town. Right at apparently the beginning of a invasion. Koji, roll well, you don't need to roll anything. You notice something. You weren't here last time. You were sick.
Yeah.
But when the boys were here last time, they were overhearing Harwell talk to the Purple Dragon Knights about an approaching army encamping across the water.
Which, yeah.
Let's bring that back up. Hang on. That's the right one. That's the one that's most zoomed in. So across from Sunset Hill, across that Hulk Forest, the scouts are reporting that there's a movement of undead cultists amassing. Verbiage used was like encampment and supply lines and entrenchment. And Harwell told them to go get you and to go deal with the rest of their crap and get into the forest, get ready to go in there to deal with whatever's causing this problem,
Yeah.
Well, they
The
weren't
real
talking to
Harwell
Harwell, the fake Harwell at this point, as you've learned.
He was trying to get them out of the way.
Possibly send them into danger, but there's maybe something else to that. I mean, cut the snake off, cut the snake's head off, the rest of the body will thrash and die. Well, undead usually have to have leaders, something to control them, otherwise they fracture and break apart. We've seen that a couple times with usage of wizards and necromancy and certain tactics and things like that when things got real dirty in the wars that your band fought.
Yeah.
Well, if you can cut the snake off at the head, leave the body to thrash, it's easier to deal with the resulting fractured pieces of it. Potentially. It's risky.
So basically, they were.
But if Harwell wasn't telling you the truth because he wasn't the real Harwell, then he was going to send you into a trap.
Yeah.
But what catches your eye are the lines. These are familiar to you. Battle lines being drawn up, defensive fortifications. You see the little 3D model that they built on a table of the actual town, the major buildings, little smaller blocks and things like that. Little flags indicating positions and stuff like that. People with rank on their insignia pointing at things. If you want to, you've seen stuff like this before in sieges and stuff like that. Do you want to see if you could assist them?
Yeah. I was getting to that. I just wanted you to finish first. But yeah, I actually do want to go take a look at basically the layout and so. Just more as they're talking magic and sickness and that stuff, because I don't understand too much of that. Just occupying my time with something that I understand.
Right. After you talk to Harwell and everything seems fine, your attention diverts and breaks off to thinking about the military aspects of what's ahead of you. There is a building siege. Supply lines are strong for Sunset Hill, at least until they get cut off by, I don't know, a force from the water. But then that would be resupplied by maybe forces from MRC or coming up through the Ravern flow from bringing ships up to Sunset. It's like you can see all sorts of different strategies and tactics, and you just don't know what their capabilities are. You don't know what the enemy's capable of, but you see opportunities potentially in the fortifications of the town itself. With your knowledge of, well, recently gained, they're apparently using flyers to deliver troops behind the supply line, behind lines, maybe surprise attacks. If that's the case, having everybody on the walls isn't such a good idea.
I mean, you'd still need lookouts, but yeah, they would be easy pickings if everyone's on the walls.
And then you have people back. Then you have troops getting back behind into the, like say into the civilians or into your warehouses, destroying needed supplies. And nobody's there to guard them because they're all on the walls. How do you guard everything becomes the question. If you'd like to assist, I can see you rolling a history check to pull upon your knowledge, or you could roll a intelligence saving throw. Your proficiency check plus intelligence or wisdom or any relative roll that might be to strategy. There's not really a strategy skill.
There
So I'm
is
trying. So like trying to infer what would be stratagem via a dice check.
I can see arguments being made for multiple checks, like definitely history because you're drawing on historical battles and what has
your
worked in the
own
past will likely
experience,
work
but you're
again.
also and your own experience, but also your own experience is reflected in your proficiency check. If you're not
Am I
proficient-
there with him?
Yeah, you can be there.
Can I assist with my knowledge of history to his check?
You can. I mean, as the conversation breaks down and Harwill's talking to Elaneiros, you can either continue the conversation with Harwill and his care and things related to what he saw before he got poisoned and abducted, or you can break off and talk to Koji and do what Koji's doing.
Currently, he's just doing the silent look over the thing, like looking at different places. He's not touching models or anything. He's just looking and looking very intently.
Okay. You can, yes, you can assist Arch if you have decided that the Harwell conversation has bored you and you wanted to move on to more practical matters.
It would have bored him very quickly, and he would have moved on to the more practical things.
Okay.
I do have a question here. It's going to be a bit of a stretch, so let me know if this doesn't make sense to you, okay?
Shoot.
Could you argue that strategizing against a known opponent, which is kind of what we're doing here,
You have some knowledge. Yeah.
could fall under insight in that we have a rough idea of what they're trying
Yes.
to do. We know roughly what they're capable of. So trying to get into their head, saying, okay, this is likely what they would do.
I can see that. That's actually kind of what I was getting after, mentioning the flyers and the known strategies and stuff like that. You've that actually I like that insight check. If you're against a known foe, maybe if you don't have knowledge of a particular strategy or of your foe, history is all you can rely upon.
Yeah, because at that point, we just do what usually works.
We'll start with that, and we'll flesh out any changes as needed if it's ever needed again. Go ahead and roll insight. If that's not is that what you just rolled?
I have
No,
not
that
rolled
was
it. No, that was there
from
for
before.
what he said before. That is not to this. And
with assistance, yes.
Yeah, so that will be advantage, I'm guessing.
Advantage. You are rolling the insight into the opponent, and Arch is playing Wikipedia.
All right. Also giving me magical knowledge, like, hey, the undead could technically walk up from the lake because they don't need to breathe, stuff like that.
I'm assisting too.
Get triple advantage. Roll 3 times.
Oh yeah! Is that how it works?
Yeah, it does now. Everybody in the whole village is assisting you.
No.
20d20. Pick the
Somehow
best one.
all ones. All right. That is a bad roll.
It's a
That's
competent
insight.
roll. It's insight. It's a competent roll. And besides, it is also a subject matter expert roll, and they are not qualified as subject matter expert. So no matter what you think that roll does, it still adds something to the conversation.
Okay.
Because they don't know the old man. You know him a bit more. You know about the worms. You know about the fact that he's really, really interested in corrupting stuff. Really interested in blood. Really interested in sneaky attacks. Very interested in sneaky attacks. Because like his whole plan with getting even the Shadow Silk, with using the bandits, that was all subterfuge and corrupting them. So you're feeding them information, and Arch is really kind of the one feeding you information. You're feeding them your idea for a strategy surrounding a 3 to 4 man team for each group to patrol the streets. And the reason for that is because you can't trust any one person to not be corrupted or in on it. As you've seen, even your own court clerks can't be trusted.
Yeah.
So you start helping them devise not just like a strategy for fortifying the walls. These guys are seasoned military experts themselves. But with your knowledge of the enemy, helping devise a way to protect their own people against corruption, against being turned against each other, by having at least not 2 people, at least 4. That's worked for you guys so far, at least. I mean, you got Arch, who's possibly got a voice in his head. You've got your blood's all weird now.
I don't think I'm gonna mention that, but
you have reasons for suggesting these things.
yeah, I agree. Just not gonna let them know because
Right.
it seems like a bad idea. Like 2 of us are corrupt and we're doing fine.
And they give me a persuasion check.
Yep, you got
Raw, no assistance, so just no advantage.
Got it.
They all kind of look at each other. They get what's going on right here. I'm not sure you even got it. You're describing a basic adventuring team. Because just like you got the guys like responsible for looking after healing and stuff like that. You got looking for magic stuff. You got a guy that's able to cover the distance. You got to be able to cover up tough, tough up close. You mean like you guys?
Well, I guess, but
You it hits you like, oh shit, I was just doing that.
Yeah, that is just
It's a good idea, but they failed to see the brilliance that you saw. They see it for what it is.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. We have somebody back each other up. It's not bad. Just maybe 3 or 4 people. 3 at least. Maybe 4. I don't know.
Oh well.
And you see, there's a little bit of that. We're Cormarian elite. We're really going to be like the adventurers. I mean, he's got a good idea though, so you kind of get that. You're not able to break through that.
Fair enough. I mean, it's an attempt.
It was an attempt, but they do take your advice seriously about watching each other's backs and not truly trusting each other based upon your information. Good job.
Hey.
+1 defense to Sunset Hill.
Woo.
Now, while you're in the war room, essentially preparing for all of this, and you have Harwill available, is there anything you guys would like to do? There's also the were-rat that you interrogated that kind of became remorseful and was very apologetic.
Wasn't he a were-bat?
Were-bat, yeah, that's right. Were-bat. And I guess this is why I said were-rat, because I was also going to say, and also there is the imprisoned corpse of the were-rat Renan. You had him imprisoned in case he regenerated.
That was the one who went all undead. I'ma hunt you down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's also in this building. So either go rest or investigate any of that. Your choice.
I mean, I do have a
You're
vested interest to
saying-
check if he's still there because he was hunting me.
Or go shopping or go somewhere else.
What
I
we're
haven't
saying,
quite spent
am
not
very
entirely spent.
tired. I would like to go to sleep.
All right, go to sleep.
Immediately falls asleep on the spot, curls up on the floor.
Koji just
Topples over.
sucks him.
All right, go to sleep. Headbutt. Oof.
Wrap your arm around his neck. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
good night.
So, are you gonna check up on the were rat, or are you just gonna go back to the inn?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up Arch and just
up Arch.
over the shoulder with him.
Grain of
then
sand,
I'm-
pack of grain. Yep.
Yep. And then I'm gonna go check on him.
Okay.
With him over my shoulder.
The corpse is still there in a secure room behind bars, unmoving. You're not sure it has moved. It's a corpse.
I mean, then
It's
that's
maybe been. Has it been 24 hours? Maybe in a few hours it'll be 24 hours. That's when they said that it would start regenerating. That should be tonight then, huh?
better just pour oil over it and set it on fire right now. In this basement, that'll totally not hurt the building at all.
Yeah.
No,
You may
fair
or may
enough.
Koji may or may not recall that even destroying the body does not stop a revenant.
Yeah.
Koji may or may not recall.
I don't think Koji recalls. The player does.
Oh, I know he is.
Just checking, like, yeah, he's still there and that. Just, grabbing the bars and just shaking them a little, like, yeah, that'll hold.
Mm-hmm.
That'll hold, right? Yeah, it will. And then I'm gonna carry Arch back to bed. Well, to the inn, and then put him in bed. I'm gonna put him down.
Put him down. Draw your dagger right underneath the chin. Just one quick shove. Put him down.
Yeah, just while he's asleep, I'm gonna shave him. There we go.
Shave him. There you go.
Yeah.
So you guys go back to the inn and rest, eat, collapse into whatever puddle of misery and tiredness, and recuperate. Anything you guys want to do in your alone times?
Yay, alone time.
Nothing? Okay.
I am
guys-
probably gonna go immediately to bed because I remember that Koji slept like hell the previous night.
Did. Yeah.
So yeah, he's just gonna go immediately to bed as well.
Everybody goes to sleep. No conversations. Koji, you have a strange dream of a in-between place.
In
It's-
between place.
Somewhere you don't know where, in that weird dream sense that you're somewhere, but you can't tie this to a memory of a location. You're just somewhere. A forest, maybe? It's kind of gray, though, losing color. It's a colorless forest, and you're just there, and you hear voices. You don't know whose voices they are. All you know is that there's more than one, a handful at most, handful of people at most, and their voices are familiar, and they're in the distance, maybe through the trees a bit. If you have to keep walking forward down the trail.
Yeah, I'd try and do that. Dream logic and all.
Yeah, you start walking and you get the sensation that just around this tree, just keep walking. Is it there? Who are these people? And you're awake. It's the next morning.
Fair enough. Check.
Arch,
Mm-hmm.
Now, are we ever going to have this talk, or are you just going to keep ignoring me? He's sitting in a chair across the room from you. You're clearly asleep because you can see yourself on the bed.
Not sure if there's anything we need to talk about, is there?
Oh, there's definitely something to talk about. You drank that blue stuff. It has an effect on you. But you don't want to talk to me about it, but it's important. Deadly important. Last time I tried to bring it up, though, you're pretty vehement about not wanting to talk to me. So I'm giving you another chance here.
It's just what I know of you. I don't necessarily trust you.
What do you know of me? Do you even know who I am?
Let's back up just in case the players may be confused. This isn't the stick voice; it's a different voice.
It's stick voice. Yeah, this is
Stick
this
voice.
is the guy that spoke to you before and stopped time.
Right,
Yeah.
and I did a check, and I know vaguely what he is.
Vaguely what he is. Yes, he's from the staff that you were carrying that
Yeah.
whispered to you every time I told you about it. It gave you an advantage on your knowledge checks and it whispered to you dark secrets. I mean, this is also for the crowd. This is also for the crowd.
Gotcha.
It whispered to you dark secrets, and you used it willingly. And
But I know his name and his title, right?
You suspect that this has something to do with a particular name, and that he is known for secrets, dark secrets.
I mean, I know that you're a keeper of dark secrets, and I believe your name is Kirad.
That's both true and untrue on both of those points. See,
It's like saying, how can we see if we don't have eyes? That's makes sense.
No, I'm trying to clarify, my friend. The situation is as such. I am, well, you. You can roll insight on that if you want to. And Arcana if you want to.
I'd rather both or one or the other.
Depends on how Arch feels about diving into this. Is he trying to understand the figure in front of them, or is he trying to dig deeper into the underlying understanding of what's going on?
It'd be the underlying understanding. He doesn't get people, so.
Arcana then.
Jeez, can I not roll a die to save my life?
Nope.
You are inside your own mind. That much is clear to you. A dreamscape, maybe, of a creation of your mind. This isn't his place. This is your place.
Fine. If you're me, tell me something only I would know. What is my favorite kind of chicken?
He tells you.
What does he say?
What does he say? Okay, if you're challenging the GM, then the GM's going to get it wrong. But he gives you the right answer.
He curses. You knew it was a trick question. All chickens are my favorite. All right, fine. What do you get out of this? That's what I don't understand. And that's what I don't trust. Nobody gives anything for free, and there's always a cost to be paid.
The cost to be paid. You misunderstand what has exactly occurred. You picked up a magical item, and without understanding the full ramifications of its usage, you used it. And you have tied yourself to something else. And in the midst of being tied to something, it was severed. What is left behind? You and me. You and me. And whatever's left. What is left between you and me once I'm inside your head?
Well, just me then.
And so what am I? A piece of you that's been transformed.
Why do you talk so weird then?
Why do I talk so? I talk how I wish to talk, my friend.
But if you're a piece of me and I don't wish to talk like that, then why?
How do you wish for me to talk? Would you prefer a different voice with a different enunciation then?
No, you sound like a prick now. Go back to the other one. I liked him better.
Well,
Reminded me
see,
of a giant chicken for some reason.
well, you see, I pick what is more pleasing to you because I am you. Obviously, you want to hear what you want to hear, so I sound like what you want me to hear. What you want to hear, my friend, me, you, us. Yes, I am not. So what am I'm not. We are separate.
You're the
We are
remnants of the
separate.
connection to that other thing.
Bingo. Thank you.
Yeah.
You actually
See?
do understand.
Right.
Oh.
I'm just being an ass.
Yeah.
I learned it from one of my friends. It's quite helpful at times.
The problem is that I also know a whole hell of a lot more than you. And what you drank there is doing something to you that I can't control as best as I can. As much power as I can exert. I can't stop what's happening to you without your help. And you have not been paying attention to the most important parts of this.
Why do we want to stop it, though?
Because you don't know what it is.
I don't know what you are either. So, but by stopping it, I also enable you. So why do I not want to stop both of you?
Because it doesn't stop me. Enabling the blue fire to change in course through you is not going to stop me, my friend.
Well, it made me stronger.
In a way, and it continually will enhance your abilities, but at what cost have you asked yourself what you will lose in the process?
Let me ask this question, because this is the part that I don't understand. What do you lose if I don't stop it?
You. Because
why
you'll
do I
become
matter
something
to
else.
you?
Because I'm you. Protecting you is protecting me. I am only here because you did some things, and you're only changing because you also did some things, and I'm trying to help. The blue fire is going to course through your body. It's going to eat up every ounce of you until you gain control of it. Every person who's been subjected to the blue fire has gone through this, and they have died in the millions. And the rare few that do survive are marked by the blue fire of change. And they gain special abilities related to their character. Not to their abilities, but to their character.
I'm now picturing in my head a lizard folk, but instead of lizard, it's chicken folk. Not sure how I feel about that.
There are some people out there that have gained the ability to speak with dragons directly to their minds. Some people have gained the ability to...
I mean, I can cast message. Does the same thing.
No matter where the dragon is, and who the dragon is, and the knowledge of that dragon. My friend, that person, for the time he existed, could speak to all of them.
Okay.
There are others out there who gain the ability to teleport, others gain the ability to walk through shadows, others who gain the ability to do all sorts of terrible and crazy things, and some that just melted into puddles of nothing because they could not control that power.
So let me ask this. You want to help me learn how to control this? Because you're a part of me.
That's correct.
Okay. And then once I can control it and you're a part of me, what is that? Where does that leave you?
Well, once survival has been established and we're no longer at risk of melting away into nothingness or transforming into some unknown creature, well, then we can begin to establish a working relationship of what I can provide for you.
Oh, so you're viewing this as like a emergency damage control for the vessel that you're in, and then once that's done, then we get to have a real conversation about what motivates you. So your end game right now is to get the vessel to the point to which it's sound enough to consider the next steps.
Bingo, my friend. Now, if you will go ahead and join hands with me, I believe we can start on this process.
Lately?
Well, they're just as clean as yours.
So no.
He holds up his hand, and they bizarrely look like yours, like the palm of it. I
want to make something very clear to you. I do not altogether trust you. This is like making a deal with the devil. Right. All the fine print seems to make sense, but I feel like I'm missing something.
My friend, every time somebody makes a deal with themselves, they make a deal with the devil.
I don't know. I kind of thought of myself as a little bit more neutral than lawful. But anyways, the point is, if I can master this, it will make me stronger. And I'm going to continue being stronger. But you need to understand the motivation for this is not internal. It's not for my name, my glorification, or anything like that. It's to stop this evil guy, possibly get strong enough to go back and deal with that vampire guy, and to protect my friends. If at any moment you do anything whatsoever to jeopardize my friends, I will end us both myself. Do I make that very clear to you?
Perfect.
Because something you've made very clear in this conversation, whether you realized it or not, is that while I may be depending on you for my existence, you are also depending on me. And unlike you, I'm the one who makes the decisions that happens to this vessel. And I will not forget that, and I encourage you not to do so either.
I'm just glad that we have open lines of communication for us to have this dialogue. Now, if we could proceed. He's holding up his palm. He wants like the palm press, not like he doesn't want to grasp your hand.
Oh, it's with hands, not tongues. This is so much better than the last time I did this. I put my hand up.
Last time you what?
He presses his palm to your palm, as just in between you. He doesn't grab a hold of your hand or anything like that. It's just pressing his hand to yours. You feel a strange sensation of your mind actually opening up to areas of itself that have been sealed away, and you didn't realize they were sealed away. You're not sure exactly how they were sealed off from you.
Probably Mom.
Roll an Arcana with advantage.
Seriously.
So, no, hold on.
I rolled to save my life today.
You hear from the other person in your head. Now, what is all of this? And suddenly, your mental eye, your mind's eye, your whole sensation, your vision, everything is awash in blue flame.
Looks like you don't know what's going on either.
Well, this sensation just overwhelms you, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Normal Constitution saving throw. Hey, there's a good die roll.
Hey. The energy burns your entire body, and your mind is on fire. Your soul is burning. Magical energy courses through every nerve and cell of your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll me a d10. Oh, there you go. One second.
I'd like to point out the insanity that they were using this stuff to power a fucking oil lamp.
Yes, you do.
I mean, it's still really insane. I don't remember what possessed me to think drinking it was a good idea in the first place.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
it seem like fun at the time?
I think we were all wondering that when you did it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, so you, I need you to write this down. you gain the Meta Magic Empower spell.
Ooh.
Okay.
And what is that? 2 sorcery points. And as the blue flower washes back away from you, leaving you standing there, touching the hands to the other person in your head, you are left with the new sensation of empowerment, literally, as you rolled the option for empowered spell. What was that before all that blue fire? I saw something. What is locked away inside your head?
Well, like you said, we're the same person, so we should both be keepers of secrets, shouldn't we? Hey, it's not fun, is it?
No, it's intriguing now. There's something to be gained from this partnership, a little bit more than just seeing through your eyes. Well, see, now there you go, bud. That little surge of power was going to eat you up until you concentrated and gained a little control of it. Don't you feel a little bit better? Now, one of the things I said to you should be sticking in your mind. The blue fire of change gives people abilities based upon their character. You're just surging with magic, my friend. That's interesting to me. Now, I think it's best that we both get some rest. Your body's already doing a little bit of that. I think your mind is up for a little bit of rest too. So why don't you get back on in there and we're just going to curl up a little bit and get ourselves in that sleep. How about it?
I still don't trust you.
And you shouldn't, my friend. Just like you shouldn't trust yourself. And
I
you
guess
lie to
that's-
yourself all the time.
Name one lie I've told to myself today.
You once... Dang, I was trying to think of something chicken related to say, but mine drew a blank. I am not prepared to do chicken banter with you.
I woke up this morning, looked in the mirror, and said, I feel fine.
Yeah.
Fine, keep your secrets.
I mean,
It's just one of those general things. We lie to ourselves all the time. He's just being generic.
I know. Arch is
Asshole-ish.
just being petty.
I know he is.
Calling him out on petty stuff. Because that would totally be something Arch would do in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, prove it. Prove it, jerk.
Mhm.
Again, let me restate.
you
I
give
even
me a
get the
mean
slightest hint
Me-
that you are using me in any way that is going to harm somebody that I don't want harmed. And that'll be the end of this.
Understood. Now,
And
Can we
if
at
you're in
least-
my head and you're me, you know I'm more than willing to take that step if I have to.
yes. Yes, we are. Now, I think it's past time to calling ourselves each other. So why don't you call me something else? Why don't you call me? He offers a hand to you. Murphy.
See you later, Murph. And I turn around and I do not shake his hand.
See ya. And you know he's gone. But he's never gone. And you're a
me- Don't want to be ya.
The rest of you have an uneventful sleep. The other two of you. Whatever normal nightmares and dreams you may have happen. But nothing strange like these other two.
Yay! Normal sleep.
Is there any...
Do you want to trade? You can have
Wake
my
up. You wake up the next morning and you're all normally rested, all of you, even the ones with weird experiences at night.
Hey,
Hey, I wake up. Woo.
You tingle a little bit, Arch. Newfound meta magic powers.
I mean, that always happens when I get up. I
Oh, you
tingle first thing.
Oh, yeah, tingle first thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you make it to the chamber pot first, though?
Usually.
Usually.
that is worrying.
If your question is related to the modifier, it would be modified to not be charisma.
And I also don't have I don't have sorcery points.
I gave you 2. You must have missed that. You get 2 sorcery points.
2 sorcery points.
Ah.
Yeah, instead you can call them his wizarding widgets or something. I don't know.
Call them arcane points.
I mean, if he rolled a 10, he could have got twin spell.
Oh my.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to cast it though.
Hmm.
That's more than 2, right?
You spend the number of
Yeah.
source of points equal to the spell's level to target a second creature. You could at least use it on, I don't know, a level 2
Interest?
spell.
2
Cantrips.
points. Woo.
Fireball, 2 people.
Magic missile, 2 people. Scorching ray.
No,
No,
you
no,
can't do
can't do that.
magic
Yeah.
missile on that because it
Yeah.
targets
Full
more than one person.
points. Woo.
Well, I mean, it's just a lesser version of the meta magic adept feat. Is all it is. You get 1 meta magic option and 2 spell points instead of 2 meta magic options and a spell point and 2 spell points.
EP.
PP. Anyways, you guys get up the next morning and you have your breakfast and your chat, and we can end the session right about here, which would line up for when the cat's back. There could have been more stuff to do, but we
Okay.
could wrap up here.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry that it was mostly role playing.
Actually,
That's fine.
I actually do
That's
have a
fine.
question, but it's something
Hmm.
I don't think Koji would have thought of before now.
What's that?
The way that the supposed undead forces had laid out their, lines and whatnot on the map, does that seem familiar at all?
The only familiarity was situations in which you had seen lines drawn on the map, the familiarity of the battle, the familiarity of that. There's nothing familiar. In order to gain familiarity over like lines, just like from like watching a map and saying, hang on a second, those positioning, that looks like so-and-so from back in this campaign. You would have to see more movement. You have to see those lines move differently. You have to see more maneuvers and things like that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, that was what I meant. Like, do I perhaps see this, like, recognize the way this line is formed or something? But if it's just
It's mostly
line,
following geographical markings, like the
okay.
forest line itself and any hills and things like that.
Fair enough. That was
At this
all.
point, it's pretty basic.
Yeah, that was all. Thank you.
Anything else that anybody else wanted to do? Sorry if you didn't have much role playing in this session. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to it.
Yeah.
Good.
No worries.
Animal handling. What for?
For the
I'm not
cat.
sure. Sure. Also, is the stream still running?
Stream still running? Probably.
Oh,
I haven't stopped it yet.
We don't have much more to go from here. Pretty much after this is probably getting back in touch with Harwill and figuring out the game plan for the army forming outside the city and wrapping up what you need to do about that and then finalizing any plans. At which point we can have Nari return hopefully next time, and she can bring her character back into it with what she's been up to.
Awesome.
Ian.
So yeah, I think this is a great place to stop so that we can have A, kitty cat, and B, I'm really hungry and I want to go cook.
Yeah, sorry we didn't do any
Ian,
rolling, more than just some role playing. Go ahead, Ella.
Oh, it's fine. It's good.
Don't have to apologize for role playing. It happens.
All right. Well, we'll see
Why
everybody
else would we
hopefully
be
next.
playing a role-playing game?
Yeah, how dare we, right?
If I wanted a war game, I wouldn't be here because I don't want war games.
Well, hopefully we'll get to see everybody next week, but thanks for everybody who's watching on the stream, and we'll see you guys next time.